Hey kid, if you ever want to know how to survive in the wild, I've been through a lot in my years and I'm ready to give you some of my advice so we don't live in this bar for the rest of our lives. The first step to your survival gear is to get a quality backpack. This can encompass all of these items that I have displayed right here, and it should be located in your car or any other place that you're preparing to get out of. When surviving in the wild, it is important to have lots of spare clothes. As you can see here, we have clothes for every season, and in case you get wet. But make sure that they are bright so that rescuers can save you if you're in the wild. I'm going to go into detail on every article of clothing. Here we have t-shirts, the staple of clothes, which are bright, as I said before, to attract people. And they need to have lots of extra ones of those because those are the ones that get most of the damage if you're out in the wilderness. This hat will protect you from the sun's rays while you're walking to whatever city you're going to. But no matter what season you're in, it is important to have a sweatshirt because nights are always cold. And especially a hooded one to protect you from the rain because water is your worst nightmare. Hypothermia can happen and many other diseases can come from the water. Having extra socks is always important because if your feet get wet, you will get frostbite in the night because of the cold. Protecting your undercarriage with very good underwear is also very important because a lot of heat is let out from down there. So you want to keep it in as much as possible with possibly sweatpants, jeans, and good underwear. If you are in a colder environment, the long sleeve tee is the staple. It will help you, and you need to have it bright and multiple of these too just in case they get wet. Items high in sugar and protein are essential for living out in the wild. Here we have root beer, which is high in sugar, which can help you with your energy. You may want to make sure to pack in bulk because you don't know how long you're going to be out there. You may have Smarties. This will take your mind off your things when you're in the walk, and it will help you with your sugar levels. Here we have protein bars. This will help you gain energy for your walk, and it will fill you up faster so that you can survive longer. And here we have basic water. Never underestimate water. These things are good, but water comes first. It is essential for all bodily functions, and if you're going to survive, you will need lots of this. Having a strong med kit is essential for surviving in the wild. Here we have Band-Aids. You never know what hazards you run into in the wild, but they can encompass most of them. I would also recommend duct tape and pre-wrap. A fire-making device is essential for your trip into the wild because fire is a very necessary tool to be used in any situation. A source of light is also necessary for those dark nights. But just in case you don't have the fire-making device I specified earlier, the top of the flashlight can be taken off to produce a mirror, which, with focus like this, can make the sun's rays light a patch of dry grass. Or it can be signaled with the sun to attract a plane or a helicopter. If you are in the wild and don't want to forage around for leaves and sticks to make a blanket out of, bring one from home in your survival kit. This way you'll have all the comforts of home and be warm in the nights at the same time. Alright guys, now that we've got our gear packed up, we're ready to head out into the wild. But don't ever underestimate Mother Nature. No matter how much gear you have packed, she's always ready to throw hazards to you at every turn. So whenever you're ready, get out there and show her who's boss. As you can see, I've set up my camp. If in the fire, you're going to want some dry twigs and some foliage from trees. This can be either pine trees or deciduous trees that you find in the area. Now, in this exotic area that I'm in, I might not be able to find food too easily. As I'm not, this dandelion is right here. It's looking very edible right now. Now I'm going to eat this dandelion because I'm starving in the wild. Oh look, a pine tree. The needles of a pine tree can be boiled down into a tea of some sorts, which can be quite nice if you're outside in the nature. Here we are out in the wilderness. I found a nice spot to start building my shelter. I'll be back to you once I get some tools. While I was out foraging for sticks in the wilderness, I managed to find this fallen down tree. This is very beneficial to me as the tree is off the ground and is in the shape of a V. The V will hold me in the night while I sleep so I don't fall out, and it's off the ground, which will keep the animals from getting to me and from me getting wet in the night. Good morning. Last night was pretty rough on me. I think I heard some noises last night, but I'm not going to tell anyone about them. Besides I'm a psychiatrist when I get back from this war. Anyway, so this morning I found this river, which is very beneficial to me. As you saw my fire pit earlier, I can then boil the water from this river to get the bacteria and stuff out of it so that it's beneficial for me to drink. If you don't have proper footwear on like I do right now, you may run into some itchweed, which can be very uncomfortable if you're out in the wild. As you can see by this plant right here, it's very mean. It hurts people. It's the serial killer of nature. I don't like it. When stranded in the wild, you need to get food. There's two kinds of food, meat and vegetables. I showed you how to find wild vegetables. Now I'm going to show you how to find some meat. There are two kinds of traps you can use, falling traps and pitfall traps. Pitfall traps are where you dig a hole and cover it up with some kinds of coniferous leaves. The animal will then fall through and hit itself on the bottom where you can come and collect it later. This will not cause much harm to the animal and is a very humane way to do it. Another way is setting up a rock and putting another rock next to it, balanced on a stick. Put some kind of food on it, the animal will come by, eat whatever's on the stick, the stick will fall and the rock will fall on the animal. This is a quick way to go and it's a very humane way to do it. Or, if you do not know how to make a trap, you can make a spear. This is not a spear, because I did not have the time nor the intentions to make one. But if you ever manage to get close enough to the animal, it's the best place to hit it is in the back of the neck with one swift stabbing motion, like so. Hey kid, wait. There's one more piece of advice I need to give you. This is how to track the animals that you plan on getting. If you look over here, you'll find imprints in the mud. You can tell by the depth of the hole what kind of animal it is. Here, we do not have many besides our own footprints, but if we were trying to track someone, I could find them. I hope you learned a little something about surviving in the wild. It sure has been fun teaching you, kid. But my ride's here. Back to Nam. I'll see you on the other side. Never underestimate style points, even when you're in the wild. This stylish headband will keep the sweat out of your eyes and attract all the ladies. When nature calls, make sure you have enough toilet paper so you don't get a sore bottom. I can hear it be... Hey, you.
Nature.
Hey.
What are you doing there, Tarzan? Right.
Stop. Why for you do that?
I'm just seeing if this works.
Upside down. Extra socks are always a requirement. Keeping your feet dry will protect you. I don't know what it's protecting you from. If you're in a colder environment, the long sleeve t-shirt would be it's not a t-shirt. When surviving in the wild, you should be sure to wear bright clothes. As you can see here, I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I doing? Stop the film.
That is quality t-shirt.
Stop it! I can... Please. This will keep me off the ground, keep my body from getting wet, animals, and other things that are bad for me. Shut up!
Now there is filming noise.
Lie.
Look at nature.
I hate you. I hate you a lot. I should have done this with someone else. You're an awful partner.
You should have showed up on time and maybe this wouldn't be happening.
Oh, you're ugly. You know that?
I do.
Ah. I think I had enough. No, we're in the wild. We can't. You can either make two kinds of traps. Pitfall traps or...
Pokey traps.